the rate order is 0, then my monkey is 0. If the rate order is 1, then my monkey is 1. If the rate order is 2, then my monkey is 2. Okay? The K is the slope. K is called our rate law constant. Just to remind you of units for K. Remember, you get a point for the number and then a point for the unit, so they're always 2 points. So if I had a rate order of 0, my monkey is 0, the math would be my molarity per second, my rate, divided by molarity to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So if my rate order is 0, my units for K, that second point, is just going to be molarity per second. If my rate order is 1, I'd be taking my rate, my molarity per second, divided by my molarity to the first power. Tops, even if they're tops, cancel with bottoms. Even if they're bottoms, it doesn't matter. So my unit for first order is just going to be a bottom S, which is S to the negative 1, which is called a per second, P-E-R, per second. If my rate order is 2, I'd be doing this. Tops cancel with bottoms. So I'm left with a molarity on the bottom and a second on the bottom. A per molar per second. And that's always going to be your second point. You get a point for the number and then a point for the unit. Not something you have to memorize because you could always logic through it, but it's just kind of faster if you do remember. If my monkey is 0, if my rate order is 0, my equation for the line is going to be concentration of A is going to be my Y equals negative K times T plus my concentration at time 0, which is called sub-zero, because that's the initial. Oh, sorry, red. So what I'm going to be relating this to is Y equals MX plus B. I'm making a big assumption, which a good teacher would not, but I'm going to. I'm going to make a big assumption that you remember what Y equals MX plus B is. So M is the slope. The slope is negative K. B is called the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, which is going to be our time 0. Okay? So if the, come on, no, what's happening? If the rate order is 1, now my equation is going to change because remember this is all kind of calc based. So it's going to be the natural log of the concentration of A equals negative KT plus the natural log of the initial concentration, which means sub-zero. Time is 0. My Y is the natural log of A equals M is my negative K, T time is my x-axis, plus B is my initial. I hope you fit that all in the box. I just didn't want to write too little. Okay, so I'm going to erase that in a second. If monkey is 2 and it's second order, my Y is actually 1 over concentration equals positive KT. It's not negative anymore. Plus 1 over my initial. y is 1 over equals mx plus b. The reason we are stat plotting is because we need to find out which of those options is going to make a linear graph. If it is zero order, time versus concentration is going to be linear. They don't have to do anything, which is y equals mx plus b. But if it's first order, time versus natural log of concentration is going to be linear. This one is going to have a curve to it because A can't find B, A can't find B. If it's second order, time versus 1 over concentration is going to be linear, but it's a positive slope, remember, because K is positive. So we're going to stat plot a blue poster, we're going to stat plot a pink poster, and we're going to stat plot a green poster. And if stat plot is like gone from your brain, it's okay, I'm going to show you what to do, but can you get out your sample problems and scooch with the battle buddy? You definitely need like a button pusher battle buddy today. Get out your sample problems and scooch, scooch, scooch. And turn to this page. You're going to have the page. And then you screw up all of your things.
No, but the first page is always like written answers, and then some people like go through the first person, so then you're calculating.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, I don't want to type in my calculator to get everything up.
Okay. So get over it and just be you.
I did.
Go ahead.
How can it go stars? Yeah.
They need to be linear, so actually this.
I mean, if you
ever which is K, which is how we're getting K. All right. Turn your button pusher on. On the EP exam, it is not required to have a graphing calculator. That's an equity thing. Not everybody can afford to have a graphing calculator. So these graphs will be pre-made for you. They're just going to show you an image of it. So if this button pushing overwhelms you and you're not, you know for sure you're not going to be able to do it on May 7th, it's just like too much for you to do, it's okay. This is going to be pre-done for you. If button pushing is something that you're good at and you're proficient at, it just makes it faster. And like, you're going to want to save time a lot of places so you have time to go back and do things. That's all it's going to do, okay? We are making plots. A plot is just a dot graph. And then we're going to connect the dots to make a line of y equals mx plus b. We're trying to make a blue graph, and then we're going to make a pink graph, and then we're going to make a green graph. So we're plotting this 3 times. The way you start to plot is you go into stat, and then you hit edit. So this is like where you're checking in with your battle buddies. Did you find stat? Did you find edit? You should have lists across the top. Go ahead, plug 0 through 400. Put your list 1 in your
list 2 in. Check in with your battle buddies, your button pusher battle buddies. Carson, why don't you move here by the girls? You need to have somebody by you. In order to make the pink graph, we need our y-axis to be natural log of concentration. So our list 3 is going to be our natural log of list 2. Because I want the natural log of the concentration. So if that's not ringing a bell to you, you scooch over and up. Highlight the L3, and I'm going to hit natural log, and then second 2 is list 2, close parentheses, enter. Check in with your battle buddy. Do you get it? Do you got these numbers? Check, check, check your battle buddies. Second. Your green graph is 1 over concentration, so your list 4 is going to be your 1 over concentration.
How do you clear?
It's yeah, it's a graphic.
L4 is 1 over L2. Okay, now check your plots. Which one is linear? Is blue linear? If that's true, then it's 0 order. Is pink linear? If that's true, it's first order. Is green linear? Then that's going to be second order. So to find stat, or to make stat plots, you go second stat plot. I'm picking the first one, turning it on. My blue graph is concentration versus time, which is L1, L2. My list 1, list 2 is going to give me that blue graph. Zoom 9. Oops. Zoom 9 gives me my stat. What did you say? Checking your battle buddies? Show me your first. Here, I'm not sure.
Why does mine say air? Because you don't have your list right.
Oh no, you got it. You're not so little. I don't know. Because I have the.
Why are you doing this?
Don't get that. Don't get that.
Oh, wait.
Girls, are you fine to 9 for? No. Is that linear? No. Oh no, it couldn't find me anymore. Okay, so that means that it's not 0 order. Okay, that means monkey is not 0. That's why we did that. So now we're going to find out if monkey is first order. So now we need to go pink is natural log of concentration versus time. Our natural log was list 3. So go back to your stat plot. Let's check list 1, list 3. Because that's where our natural log was. Zoom 9.
Dude, it's just the numbers. You're saying LN4 and pointing at L5. I was so confused.
So list 3 is natural log of not a solid term either. So that rate is not rate constant.
It's not working.
Check your bad buddy.
You're gonna say that.
No, it's operator error.
I messed up. You fixed the list, right? So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Should I just like the battery passed out and then try to charge it something?
It's okay. Our scale doesn't
So I always want a long
Yeah, oh, I forgot about you. L2.
Dude, I remember
Maddie, you should take credit for it. Thank you.
Maddie helped me on my other problem.
Maddie's rocking it today. It is. I'm telling you, like, if you're at stats, this is like nothing. Are we good? Do we know that it's first order? If it was L1, L2 is linear, that's zero order. That's our blue graph. Time versus concentration. If L1, L3 is straight linear, that's our pink graph, natural log. So that's going to be first order. Monkey is 1. And if it's L1, L4, that means that monkey is 2, because that's 1 over concentration. So that means our answer to this is it is first order. Follow-up question, why? Because time versus natural log of concentration, that was my two axes, is linear. I think you could also say straight, but I think linear is the right answer. Okay? A point for which one and a point for how do you know? Okay. So, calculate the value of the rate constant. The value of the rate constant is K, which is the slope. So we just need the slope of this line. I'm going to do some button pushing. If it overwhelms you, then do it a different way. I'm just going to get my line rag and pull my slope off of that. Does that make sense to some of you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say stat, cal. I want it to tell me the equation for, I want it to tell me what y equals mx plus b is. That is number 4. But you have to tell it what list. Tell somebody next to you. Tell it what list. Tell it what list. We wanted to do list 1, list 3. How do I know that? Because my pink graph was straight. Tell it what list. You might have your R's on and stuff. That's all good. I just don't have mine on here. Calculate. So my equation is y equals negative. Do you get like 0.063 with me? Yeah. Okay. Negative 0.00693x minus 2.30. Something similar to that. The rate constant is K. K is rate constant. So it's just asking you what is the slope. And you can do that by button pushing. If on the AP exam you don't want to do it by button pushing, just pick 2 points and find a slope for it. Okay, so K has to be positive because it's actually negative K. So K equals 0.00693. That's only one of the points. Second point is units. Unit for first order is S to the negative 1. Yes. Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, you do. Follow-up question. What is the concentration at 150 seconds? So that means T equals 150 seconds. That means X equals 150. If you're a button pusher, just go into X equals 150, enter. If you're not a button pusher, I'm just going to plug it in by hand because I can just do that faster to me. So my equation, though, is ln of the concentration equals negative 0.00693 times 150, that's my X, minus 2.30. Did you get negative 3.34? But that's not your answer, right? Because that's the ln of the concentration. Do you remember how to undo an ln? Second, ln is e. Natural log has a base of e. So to undo natural log, we do e, which is second natural log negative 3.34 equals. Concentration is in molarity. Biggest tricky thing. In first order, y is actually the natural log of it. I skipped like a gazillion things that are calc-based. But if you know that y is actually the natural log of it, you just can't forget to undo that natural log, okay? Like once you plug it in, you still have to do this part. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. You're going to have to turn the page for the skip half-life for right now. See if you can get it all the way in your stat plots. Figure out what monkey is. Is it 0? Is it 1? Or is it 2? Button push, button push, button push. Check in with your beta buddies. If you're getting frustrated, just ask. I want to stop you before you get like actually frustrated. Bless you.
What is dimension match?
That means that you have lists that are monkey. Yes, you do. Are you doing it? Who needs me?
Okay, so like regardless of my
Yeah.
so I think
So I run a thread.
is like 4
through 6. What'd you say?
No, it's 10 called.
If you want to come to research tomorrow, request a managed food 6 for the test. Hey,
And it's the same thing, it's like it's just always in the evening. Yeah. That's it's fish. It's okay. It doesn't like it. Nothing's free.
I'll just figure it out.
It's a really hard thing, like, if you have, like, the way that exactly. I know, like, it's really good. Oh, yeah. That one, sorry. It's up to you.
I mean, I'm
I
sure.
don't
Like, I kind of want to. I take on Friday, day of test.